is there any point during the process where you seek outside um consultation on it? Do you work with a producer or do you show the songs to anyone in your inner circle or anything like that?
We definitely share demos with closest friends, but a producer, the only, let's say, voice from the outside which may have an impact on our music is Max Morton, who is our sound producer uh, for the last four records or three
I'm
records.
sorry, his name is
I
Max
lost count.
Martin?
Max, well, his pseudonym is Max Morton. Yeah,
Oh,
his name is Max actually. Yeah, Morton.
Sorry,
Yeah, and
I thought you were for a second. I thought you were talking about Max Martin, the like guy who wrote songs for Britney Spears and stuff. Like the most. I was like, wow,
it's
how'd you get him on the payroll?
sound designer, sound designer from Kiev, and we've been working with him for a number of years already. And yeah, he has his own view on our material when we already each time when we work on the master record at the studio and when we are making the final recording, he he can really change this and that, some notes, some arrangements, or that again the number of times we play a certain riff. uh, he has his voice, let's say. He has his upper hand, changing this and that. But other than this, no, nobody else really has any impact on our music except for the band themselves, ourselves.
Max told me a very interesting thing. He said that about the last record we just recorded, the one which is going to be out. He said that I know how you make your music. So we make songs and we pre-produce them, then send to Tatiana. She works on them. Nobody listens to her ideas. Nobody knows her ideas until the recording. So it was more or less the same this time, but for this time, she actually came and made first demos with vocals.
Yeah, with pre-production.
Yeah, we did the full circle of pre-production with vocals. So there were demos with vocals, and after that, she did the final vocals. But anyways, music comes first. This is what I mean. And Max says that when after everything is done, even though he knows how we make our music, it feels that she wrote very simple, catchy, let's say, songs, motives for her vocals, especially when she sings clean. And we did the arrangements to that. Just the vocals came first. He had such a feeling. And it's interesting because in the reality, everything is absolutely different, opposite. Like music, then she comes up with all these melodies to sing over these complicated riffs. And her simple yet catchy and cool vocal melodies, they make the music sound not as technical as it is really. Yeah, it is kind of covered under the layer of vocals.
What makes Max Morton the perfect guy to work with Jinjer?
We perfectly understand each other. This is what I think makes him special. On the communication level, well, first of all, we speak the same language. And secondly, we've been working with the dude for, if I'm not mistaken, 11 years now. The very first mix he did for us was 2014 or even 13. So it's like 12 years. And over the years, we developed good friendship, good relationship. Max is not just a sound engineer we work with. Max is a good friend. We keep in touch just, on the routine level. I may text him and ask him how things are. He may text me and ask me how I feel. So we may talk about this and that, some news. And it's not that we just, contact each other when it's time to make new mix for the album. No. And it helps a lot because you build over the years, you build some sort of a chemistry in your relationship with people. And we are now at the point when we don't need to explain certain things. It simplifies everything. So when you know a person and you've been working with a person for 12 years, you don't need to explain some tiny little details. And it definitely speeds up the process. It makes the process way easier. And Max is one of those people who actually doesn't stand at one place like we do. He has been learning and becoming better and better as a sound engineer over all these years, and he has been moving with the band and him independently only forward and forward. That's why after 5 releases done with him, made with him, we don't feel like he's like pulling us back or we overgrew him. No, we have been growing together, and we are still, him and us. We can still impress each other in our own way and surprise each other in our own way, and that's why our cooperation is still so fruitful.